How many of you have been driving down the road and heard "Shake It Off" and immediately turned off your radio? Now, how many of you honestly have sat through and suffered through the song by Taylor Swift? Regardless if you hate the song or love it, it made some sort of impact on you. Now, how many of you have been driving along the road and your favorite rap song came on and you started getting into it, you look down and you're going 20 miles an hour over the speed limit? At the same time, how many of you have been driving down the road and your favorite heavy metal song came on and next thing you know, you're trying to run somebody off the road? Regardless of if you hate music or love it, it'll have some type of impact on you. Even while you're shopping, how many of you have ever been in a store and you hear something along the lines of Christmas shoes come on, and then you try and spend all your money on your mother? Music affects us all in many different ways, and today I would like to talk about how music affects us both psychologically and physically. First, I'll be discussing how music affects you psychologically. In order to answer how music affects us psychologically, we must ask, why do we listen to music? Could it be for something as simple as leisure enjoyment, or possibly even social and emotional communication? According to two men from Emotional Sounds in the Brain, the neuroaffective foundations of musical appreciation named Pansep and Bernatsky, they argued that music was contributed to social cohesion and increases the effectiveness of group action. In other words, it helped to bring a common interest between people. Relatedly, music also provides a means to reduce stress and temper aggression in others. And psychologists like to prescribe music to patients who have anger problems, and when they have an episode, they'll tell them to listen to music so it'll help them calm down. Have you ever noticed that almost everywhere you shop, music is played? According to Gordon C. Brenner II, author of the article Music, Mood, and Marketing, music can also be used for triggering moods while shopping and communicating non-verbally. In a study by two men of the name of Alpert, they discovered that music affected purchase intentions. This is why most all stores that we shop in has music playing while you're shopping, because it can affect the way and how much you spend in that certain store. They found out that happier music produced a happier mood in subjects, but sad music produced the highest highest purchase intentions. This is important to note because subliminally a company could be using music to affect the way that you purchase things. Another research done by Milliman in the Journal of Marketing shows that tempo of music can greatly influence the pace in store traffic. So a lot of stores will also make a blend of the two types of music and not only increase the amount that you buy, but they'll also increase the pace at which you shop so they can get more customers in their door. In a follow-up study at a restaurant, customers stayed longer and consumed more alcoholic beverage when slow tempo instrumental background music was playing. Lastly, music affects us psychologically while we drive. In a study by Dr. Van der Swag, writer for ergonomics, he concluded that listening to music can affect mood and in turn affect driving behavior. For me, when I drive, I tend to drive a lot faster because I listen to more up-tempo music. My mom will tell you it's because I just have a lead foot. So music does not only affect us psychologically, but it also affects us physically. So now I'll be discussing how it affects us physically. Music is often used during exercise to pass time or distract yourself from the physical labor you're trying to endure. A vast majority, maybe 99% of athletes listen to music while they train, and this is why. According to Flaherty of the blog Serendip Studio, the correct type of music can raise an athlete's performance by as much as 20%. Also, another study done by Dr. Kostas Karagoris of Brunel University studied the effect of synchronous music versus non-synchronous music. According to his research, synchronous music with a steady beat, was shown to elevate a person's performance by nearly 20%, where non-synchronous music was shown to calm the nerves of athletes by 10%. For me, when I used to play basketball, during the games and during practice, while I was practicing on my own, I like to listen to more synchronous music to elevate my output in the practice. But then before games, to help me calm down, I like to listen to more non-synchronous music. Dr. Karagoris also theorizes that there are four main components to the effects of music on athletes. First, that music can distract an athlete from fatigue. Second, music can act as a mood-altering catalyst. Third, music can synchronize an athlete's rhythm and movement. And fourth, music can act as a trigger for learning certain motions and aid with muscle memory. These examples show us how music affects us physically. For me, when I used to train, I would play certain songs when I would do certain techniques, such as I would play one song when I was training for more of a down-low basketball play, or I would listen to one song when I was playing more of an outside or defensive play. So that's one thing that he found out about music and how different music can affect the way that you train. So today I've discussed with you all about how music affects us. Specifically, I've described how it affects us not only psychologically but physically. If you were to take anything away from this speech, just remember that music can affect your mood positively or equally negatively. So it just depends on how you handle it.